I'm Nancy with Grapevine, and I'm with
Wendi Starling.
So Wendi, what do you do?
I'm a comic, stand-up comic.
And how did you get started in the doing stand-up comic?
I started doing comedy when I moved to Florida. I'm from Long Beach, California, and I moved here a year and 8 months ago and had no friends, so I started coming to open mics to hang out and meet people. And then I was like, I better do like poetry or comedy or something, so I'm not just like the creepy like older woman like hanging out with 20-year-olds. and then like I liked it, and you just come to the open mics, and it became like addictive, and I got very lucky, and somebody kind of scouted me early on, like 4 months in, and started working me at the improvs, and so I've been very lucky to be consistently working.
And where do you pull your comedy from?
Everything I ever say on stage is, I would say it's like 99% true and stuff that happened to me, which is why I think it's like natural for me. A lot of people have like a character and they come up with one-liners, and I've never wanted to be a comic. I'm upset about a lot of things, and I deal with that by making jokes. Like when my parents got divorced and growing up, that's how my family kind of gets rid of stress, is we make jokes about it. And so when something awful happens, which seems to happen every day, I bitch about it. And when I do that, if you can then form that, if you do it on stage, you can form that into like a joke and write a punchline. So it comes all just from like regular, real life stuff that happened to me. So it's like it's free therapy every night.
Do you ever feel as a comedian that, you know, there's like a downtime? Do you ever have that, like, I have to stop being a comedian and just being regular, like, or do you ever have that moment, or you're just always on?
Kind of, like, because I'm not funny, and I think people see a show and they're like, oh my god, you seem really awesome and fun, and I'm like, I cry like a lot, so I cry a lot during the day. But even like on stage, it's a kind of like a pumped up version of my normal personality. But I'm kind of always like that. And then, but as far as like the performing part, it's fun to try to have downtime. But even then, I'm just a smart mouth, and so it's not that I'm like on or trying to be funny. People laugh when I'm angry, and so I don't know how it works, but I try to do things like normal things, like go to dinner.
Yeah.
Be a human. But then when I'm out doing something normal, like then I played pool with my friend for a couple hours, I was like, I should be sleeping, or like I feel guilty that I'm not being productive. But then when you have a normal, like go on a date or hang out with your parents or do something normal, it's so irritating that like it's productive, because then the next week you have new material. You know, kind of a thing.
And how do you feel about being a female comedian in a mostly male-dominated arena?
That's a good, I love, my chances are phenomenal. No, you don't get, as a female comic, you will not get laid telling jokes. I'm going to tell you that right now, so don't.
Oh, shucks, this is the next field I was going into.
Yeah, you're not going to get laid, and you will probably not make a lot of money. But you will have fun, and instead of yelling into your hairbrush, you do it into a speaker system. But being a female comic is cool. I like it because you have a chance to stand out, I guess. Kind of, if you're equally funny, because I hate the phrase like you're funny for a girl. And so people always be like, you're funny, but like for like even like a boy, you're funny. So I'm like, oh, thanks so much. It's fun. I like it because, you know. But it's like having a bunch of older brothers. Because I went out, I'm going to talk about it tonight, but I dated this guy for like a week, and it was good, but like awful. But he came to a couple shows, and I was like everyone's like interrogating him, and I was like, I can't, I'm going to be alone forever. Because it's like a bunch of, these people won't sleep with me, they won't let me sleep with anyone else. So like, that's not good. And guys tend to think you're either like a bitch or a lesbian, or just like a bitchy lesbian. So like it doesn't.
Combo package.
Yeah, like, oh, you're bitchy and you won't sleep with me. Perfect. Yeah, it's not good.
Thank you so much for being part of the Grapevine.
Thank you so much for having me. Enjoy the show.